Had to completely redesign the whole chute, kitchen, bathroom, sink area, all on this episode of
The Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker, filmed before a live and fuzzy studio audience. That is Rusty, the world-famous meatball dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. Alright, here it is, Thursday, the 23rd, Christmas Eve. Out here working again. Yeah, my little chute thing wasn't working. It's too wide. I'm not going to be able to put the outlets up in here like I had planned with the paneling, so I had to come up with basically a whole new plan. So when I get stuck, grab the wife, bring her out here, and my lovely Mary helped me figure everything out. And so we're going to go a little narrower on this. The outlets are not going to go in here. I'm going to have to move those down, and I'll show you here in a little bit where those are going to go. So I had to rethink the whole plan. And then my whole folding thing over the toilet, well, I realized it's going to hit the board right up there behind me, so I had to come up with an idea for doing kind of a scissor fold for that countertop. That's why I had no video this morning or late last night, however you want to look at it, because I had to refigure everything out and had my wife out here helping me out, and then went in, I watched some stupid TV. I watched some of that Storage Wars. That's a stupid show, but addicting as hell, if you know what I'm talking about. Yep! So anyway, back out here today, Thursday the 23rd. Got to rebuild my chute, a little bit narrower. The board on this side's got to be longer. I've got to come up with a whole new way to rig it up so it's flush with the board that's in the wall, so that I can make my fold down counter over the toilet area and have it kind of scissor up. I'll explain more of this as we go. Okay, this is essentially going to be the new chute. It's all going to be solid since I won't be doing outlets or switches in it. All it has to do is hold the duct and the wiring. It's not going to be put together like this on this side. This other little board right there is just to hold it even so I can screw this side together, because it's going to have to be put together after it's inside. Okay, I had the new chute pieces all put together to make sure everything was going to be fine. Now I took apart again that one side so I can get these painted, and then I'll put them back in. I'll be using brackets on the inside. That's why I can't put it completely together yet. So we'll paint it now. Okay, so the boards are out there for the chute, painted, and they're drying now. And that's going to go flush on this side, or with this side of the board, so it's going to be bracketed inside. That's why it has to be in two pieces right now. That way it'll be flush all along here, so I can still do my hinged thing, which was going to be one big board coming from all the way over here, hinging up, but I realized it's going to hit that. So I've got to do a scissored hinge thing, so it'll fold in half as you're bringing it up. So that's the solution we came up with for that. It's going to be the sink level counter, and the counter top going over that is going to be at this height right here, because I've got this edge all the way around for it to sit on. So we still want to utilize that. Here's my sink, which is going to go in right here. It's going to be about that height right there, just in front of the chute, and give me just enough room over here. Now, since the outlets were going to go in the chute there, where do those go now? Yeah, because I've got this funny little area right here that I haven't known what to deal with, because the toilet and that board didn't come over far enough. Got the front edge there, so I'm going to build a little box kind of right there to close that up, and then that'll house the switch and plug on this side of it. I think probably with just one of those little panels. So I'm going to cut a couple boards to length there, put them together, and then paint them, much like the chute is painted and out there drying out right now. So I'm going to put the switches right here, or the switch and the plug right here on the wall. The switch will be lower, plug will be higher, so I can plug in my George Foreman from over the counter. So that's the solution I've come up with. We're still going to put a door here for a little pantry area below the sink, plus then I'll have access to the sink if I ever need to fix it, which you know you always do, because sinks always have trouble, don't they? Phone the neighbors, wake the kids, it's Bad Sketch Time! Bad Sketch Time! Bad Sketch Time! Alright, this is my countertop, well, essentially not really countertop. The board that's going to be holding the sink, most of it's going to be cut out for the sink. But these are the dimensions it needs to be. I've got to do a little cut in for the chute in the corner. I realized I needed to change that a couple of times. These are some other boards I need to build or get cut to length to support the sink area and this front area funny little corner thing that I'll show you in just a second. Got some painted boards that are going to help surround that to make my switch area, yada, yada, yada. Alrighty, got some other boards cut. This will be my countertop for the sink. Of course, the sink will take out most of the space that I'll have to cut out. But I needed to notch it around what will be the chute to make that work. I realized the chute actually is probably going to end just above it. So I'll put in some trim pieces that are painted. So that'll take care of that. So I'm going to make sure that's going to fit. I got all these other boards cut. They're going to finish framing out the whole sink area. So hopefully those are right. So we'll go test those here in a minute. And all the other boards that need to be painted right now are out there, and they've already been painted. You can see the one that looks like an upside down V. That's going to be most of the chute. The board next to it will finish that off. I just have to put it together once it's inside the way I have to mount it. Those other boards are going to be going around that front little area next to the toilet that I showed you I needed to fill in. And then that long board is going to be going up right next to my closet and helping to finish framing off that against the microwave and Ninja Foodie cabinets. Well, I went ahead and brought all the trim pieces and everything up here and the chute pieces to see what I could do. First I put in the trim piece to go between the closet door here and the Ninja Foodie and microwave and all that, and that turned out really good. Let me show you that. I just put this piece in here so it'll help frame out the space that was there between the cabinet for the microwave and Ninja Foodie and what will now be the cabinet area below the sink here. So just put that trim piece in, and it fit in perfectly, matched up nicely with my trim pieces for the other closet. And let me close the door and show you what it looks like. Had to do a little hop around right up there so it would feed inside, but then you know, there's going to be the ceiling board above that. Left a gap for that. And then that closes up any exposed wood you saw down there. There's going to be a cushion down here, so even though that little gap is there, that's really not going to be noticeable. I think that helped finish that out between the cabinet for the microwave and Ninja Foodie, leading over to the closet area. I think that now looks really good. Pretty happy with it. A little further back look. I think you can see how that all frames out really nicely now, and I think it looks pretty darn good. Yay! Well, that little trim piece I think looks excellent. So, not sure how much more I'm going to get done tonight. I'll still try to put up the chute thing. We'll see. But I paused for a while and talked to Chris Kelly, the meatball cabbie from England. He had done an early morning run to Heathrow, which of course is the airport there in London, and was on his way back, and I had sent him a silly present. I won't go into it now because I don't want to give it away, but we'll talk about that later. And so I got to talk to him for quite a while, and I did it on that WhatsApp. I think Instagram and YouTube owns that anyway. So it's a way to talk to people internationally without having to spend any money. And so I got to do a little phone call with him for quite a while, so that was nice. Talk to somebody in another country while I'm here doing my project. He's driving his cab, and so that was pretty cool. We had a good chat. So yeah, we'll see how much more I get done tonight. I don't know. Well, I got the chute put in, essentially, and it's flush along that wall, but look what I forgot to do. I forgot, since I was using the board that's already there, I forgot to paint that. So I'm going to have to hold some paper up there against the vinyl so I don't paint the vinyl. I'm trying to paint that edge. And of course, the way I cut out the board, I'm off just by a little bit. So I got to trim some more off of that little corner. And if I push it in this way, I find I'm off, by a quarter inch or so as far as that cut goes. So I got to redo that. All right, retrimmed that jut out section so that the chute can be in place where it needs to be. That's going to have the duct and all the wires leading up over to the inverter, which will be over there. There's those holes coming back down, leading to that outlet, to an outlet right here, a switch right here that'll go back up here, go through there, leading to these junction boxes for the lights to this one back here on the closet, up to an outlet up there, and then that'll feed this wire, which is the outlet that feeds everything upstairs. So now I've got this board to fit perfectly in place. Look at that. Can't ask for better than that. My Ninja Foodie door still opens up and just clears it. That's what we want to see. Alright, so the other board is going to be just like this one. We'll go across here and go along that lip and that lip there. It'll cover the toilet and will give me a nice big countertop area to prepare food. I can put my George Foreman there, yada yada yada. So it's going to be a beautiful thing, and that'll be a cabinet right down there. Gotta still fasten these boards in place. That one's going to go up there underneath. I just wanted to make sure everything fit, and it does. So it's looking good, baby. That's where I'm calling it tonight, at least as far as the video goes. I'll probably do some more work, but as I've always said, it takes me another hour or so to edit, another hour to upload. So I want to get that started, and I'll probably get back to doing a little bit more work, and I'll include that on tomorrow's video. All right, so we're getting there. You know, making everything a little fit like that, just like puzzle pieces, is hard, especially when there's no puzzle, and I'm having to make the pieces myself. Hello. So believe it or not, the interior is getting much closer to being done. I've still got to do the whole outer box, but that actually should, and I've said this many times before, should go fairly quickly, but you know, like I said a while ago, I'm done predicting. I don't know when it'll be done. I hope it'll be done soon, but you know, it'll be done when it's done, right? There you go, baby. Ho, ho, ho. Thought I'd throw that out there since we're getting close to Christmas. Thanks for tuning in. As always, please subscribe. Please like and comment. I'll get to your comments usually within 24 hours of doing this project. Don't forget about Clutch Trucker on Instagram, Clutch Trucker on Twitter. What are you doing? Can you see something down there? It's not very cold tonight either, and the wind's not even howling. How about that? That's amazing. As always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty. Out. Good morning, Vietnam! This is not a test. Hey, let's go check out the weather now with Roosevelt D. Roosevelt. Roosevelt, how's the weather out there? It's hot and wet, which is good if you're with a woman, but not so good if you're in the jungle. All right, he's eyeing that strip. Oh, there he goes. Let's go get it. Oh, you got it. That was a quick one, Rusty. Munch, munch, munch. You got it, Rusty. Come on. Look up here. Rusty! You got it, buddy. Rusty, look up here.